The 10 wealthiest people in the Philippines in 2022. Number 10. Andrew Tan chairs Alliance Global, a holding company with interests in food and beverage, gaming and real estate. The son of a factory worker, Tan built his fortune developing large apartment complexes around Manila. Alliance Global runs Emperador, the world's largest brandy company by sales volume. Alliance Global has earmarked 60 billion pesos to expand its real estate, distillery and fast food chain businesses in 2022. Ramon Ang is the president and vice chairman of one of the nation's oldest conglomerates. Originally a brewer, San Miguel is now a leader in food and beverages. But the bulk of its revenue comes from power and infrastructure businesses. He also owns a substantial stake in Eagle Cement, which he took public in 2016. The company is increasing its capacity to 8.6 million metric tons. Jaime Augusto Zobel de Ayala is chairman and CEO of Ayala Corporation, one of the largest conglomerates in the Philippines, with interests in real estate, banking, telecommunications, water, industrial technologies, power, infrastructure, healthcare, and education. Ayala is a member of various business and socio-civic organizations, including the J.P. Morgan International Council and Mitsubishi Corporation International Advisory Council. He chairs the Harvard Business School Asia Pacific Advisory Board and the SMU Advisory Council in the Philippines. Tony Tan Kakshing is the founder and chairman of Jollibee Food, one of the world's fastest-growing Asian restaurant chains. Jollibee operates more than 3,300 eateries in the Philippines and more than 2,500 stores overseas. Jollibee sells Filipino, Chinese, American and European dishes adapted to a quick-serve and affordable format. With partner Edgar Sia too, Kakshing also owns a stake in the fast-growing Double Dragon Properties. Siblings Isidro, Josefa, Jorge, Luz, Maria Cristina and Maria Edwina inherited their fortune from their late father David Consunji. Their wealth stems from DMCI Holdings, one of Philippines' largest property development companies, founded by the elder Consunji in 1954. The founder's eldest son, Isidro Consunji, is chairman and president of the firm, which also has interests in mining, power generation and water services. Recovering from COVID impact, DMCI's revenue in 2021 jumped 60% to $2.1 billion and net profit more than doubled to $350 million. 5 generations of the Abuades family have transformed Abuades Equity Ventures (AEV) into one of the leading conglomerates in the Philippines with interests in power, banking and financial services, food, infrastructure, land and data. The family's privately held holding company Abuades & Company was founded by Paulino Abuades, son of a Spanish farmer who migrated to the Philippines in the late 1800s, as an abaca trading and general merchandise business. Today 4th-generation members head the family business. Enrique chairs AEV. Mikel serves as vice chairman. Sabin is president and CEO. Lance Gokongwei and his siblings, Rabina, Lisa, Faith, Hope and Marcia, inherited their fortune from their late father John Gokongwei Jr. Their combined fortune is derived largely from stakes held in JG Summit, which has interests in airlines, telecom, banking, food, power and property. Lance runs JG Summit as its chief executive while his older sister Rabina is chief executive of Robinson Retail. Their portfolio also includes Universal Rabina, one of the country's largest F&B companies, started by their father as a cornstarch plant in 1957. Enrique Razon Jr. chairs International Container Terminal Services, the country's leading ports operator. International Container also has subsidiaries in the Asia-Pacific, Eastern Europe, Africa, and the Americas. The crown jewel of his hospitality firm Bloomberry Resorts is the Solaire Resort and Casino in the Philippines. Razon's grandfather started the business with a port in Manila in 1916, which his father rebuilt after World War II. Razon grew the business globally. Razon's prime infrastructure capital, which holds his interests in water utilities and renewable energy, filed for an IPO in June 2022 to raise $518 million for solar and other green energy projects. Manuel Villar chairs property developer Vista Land and Lifescapes run by his son Manuel Paulo. The company listed Vista Right, a real estate investment trust, in June 2022 with an initial portfolio of 10 shopping malls and 2 office towers. Villar's biggest asset is his stake in Golden MV Holdings, formerly Golden Bria, a developer of mass housing projects and memorial parks. He also has 3 other listed entities including mall operator Vista Malls, home improvement chain All Home and supermarket chain All Day Marts. His wife Cynthia and son Mark are senators in the Philippines, while daughter Camille is a congressman representing their hometown Las Piñas in southern Metro Manila. The 6 C siblings, Teresita, Elizabeth, Henry Jr., Hans, Herbert and Harley, inherited their fortune from their late father Henry C. Sr. Their combined net worth is comprised largely of stakes held in the group's publicly traded SM Investments and SM Prime. SM traces its roots to Henry Sr., who sold overrun shoes in 1958 at a store in Manila he aptly called Shoemart. Today SM is one of Southeast Asia's largest conglomerates, with interests in department stores, supermarkets, banks, hotels, real estate and mining.